We go with the skateboard design assignment. I am in Schoology. I'm going to open that assignment. Down at the bottom, I have the skateboard template. First, I'm going to go get a brush, and I'm going to go to Brush Easy or myphotobrushes.com. Start at Brush Easy. I think I'm going to try the ancient pictographs today. And yes, I'm going to go to Ethnic 5. Free download, right? Do not pay for anything, please. Get rid of that. Your download will begin in 3, 2, 1. And I click on that. And as I told you, I am going to open that zip file. I'm going to click on that. It says unable to open, but it actually did. You might have to double click on your zip file to where it becomes a folder like that. Depends. The key is that you want this .abr file. Anything else, you're probably not going to be able to import it into Photoshop. So I'm going to copy this and take it over to a place where I know I can find it. So I'm going to put my graphic design folder, which is here, and I'm going to paste it. I also should have free F. Okay, there it is. I should also have my template for my skateboard design in here somewhere, but I'm going to go download it because I don't see it. So I'm going to go back to skateboard and click on the PSD. If I have Photoshop open, it should just jump right in there. Let's see. Maybe not. I might have to click on it. Yeah. There it goes. Okay. So here we go. First thing I'm going to do is import my brushes that I got. The other day somebody said, can I just flip this instead of turning all the lettering? And you can do that by going to image rotation, 90 clockwise. You can make it smaller or just scroll up and down. I'm just going to leave mine like that for now. Okay, so I'm going to go to Window and go down to Brushes. Click that so I have this window open. By default, Photoshop will have, when you click on your brush over here at the Tools panel, it usually goes to these very first general brushes, right? Which look like that. And I can change the size of them by just right-clicking. I think I showed you that before. But if I open this in by going to Windows and Brushes, it opens up the other panel here, which is nice to have while you're working in this. And here it lists all the brushes that I have. If I import something, it always goes down to the bottom, right? So if you can't find them, just scroll down to the very bottom. I'm going to go up to this little paragraph up here. I'm going to click on that, and you'll see it has brush name. I want that checked. Brush tip, I want that checked. Right now I'm going to go down to where it says import brushes, and I'm going to click on that. And I'm going to go find my brush, which I put in my folder and says graphic design. You can put yours on your desktop, And I think I showed you how to do that while downloading from the internet. So here's my free ethnic brush right here. I'm going to click on it and then say open. So if I scroll down to the bottom, sure enough, there it is. And I have this zoomed all the way up so I can actually see what that is. So I'm going to start adding some brushes, or use a brush. I think I'm going to go with this one to start. And over here in the layers panel, as I said, you have the template comes with 3 layers. This is the top, the board outline, which is this. There's my, you can see look how big that is already. I'm gonna have to make that smaller. Your stuff goes here. That's what you need to have highlighted when you start adding layers. And this one you don't need to worry about, the bottom one. So I'm gonna add a layer every time I use a brush and every time I add a color. So I'm going to go down to this icon that looks like the page turning. It's just left of the trash can. I'm going to click on that, and then I'm going to go up to where it says layer 1. I'm going to double click on that, and I'm going to name this red. And sure enough, I'm going to go over here, double click my fill, and get the color red. And say OK. I want to make this brush a little bit smaller, obviously, so I'm going to come up here, or I could just right click. That's too small. That's too small. I'm going to go to about 400, somewhere in that area for now. Yeah. And I'm just going to put maybe 3 of these right here. Okay, I'm going to go over here and add a layer. I'm going to double click on it and name this one blue. I'm going to go grab a different brush. I might get this one. See what that looks like. It's pretty big too. I'm going to change this color to blue and make this a little bit smaller. I think I'll make this one a little bit bigger than 400. I'll do about 1,000. Yeah, that works. So this will be blue, hopefully. Yep. And I'm going to do one more layer. And I'll call this one green. And I'm going to grab another brush. Just going to grab that. Yeah, I'll put that right there. Switch this to green. Say OK. Make this brush, oh, I don't know, how about 500. Yeah, and I'll just put 2 of those there. Okay, I'm good. I'm going to go back and grab my selection tool. Keyboard shortcut letter V. And I'm going to add one more layer. And I'm going to paint the deck. So I'm going to call this the deck layer. Yep. And then I'm going to grab a new tool. I'm going to grab the paint bucket tool, which is right with the gradient tool set on your left side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It may be different on your version. If I right click on it, I'm going to grab this, looks like a paint bucket. I'm going to grab a different color. I'm going to grab kind of a golden orange almost, and I'm going to throw that down. All right, so At this point, I want to get rid of that orange that's going around there. So I'm going to click this very top layer, the one that says keep on top. And I'm going to grab a new tool. I'm going to go to the second one down on the right click on it. It's the quick selection tool, but I'm going to grab the magic wand tool. And I'm just going to click on the outside of my board right here. And you'll see the marching ants go around the outside of the template and the outside of the board. So from here, I'm going to go down to the deck layer again, from the top one to that one, and I'm just going to hit my delete key on my keyboard, and it takes away that excess. Go grab my selection tool again because I want to be out of that. I don't want to carry around paint buckets. I don't want to carry around magic wand tools when I'm working around down here, because I'll get all messed up. Okay, so I don't see the original writing and brushes that I use, so I'm just going to go over to the layers panel, left click, and drag this down below the red layer. And there we are. I'm going to call this good. I'm going to go up to File, Save As, and I'm going to name this my Skateboard Design, and I'm going to save it as a Photoshop file. So PSD, and it says Photoshop there. I'm going to hit save. I'm going to hit OK. Then I'm going to go up and save as, and save it this time as a JPEG. Hit save. And I'm going to turn those into Mr. Mick. I want to get rid of this selection, and I just go up to select and hit deselect. Okay, and that's it.